And Chad is here from D.A. Davidson to talk about this week's stock market news. Boy, oh boy, do you have a lot to talk about. Let's start
How much time do we have, right?
Oh gosh, the rest of the show if you want. So the stocks were lower yesterday. What affected the market?
They were, and it's an obvious answer on what affected it, as you know, but it was down 1,191 points yesterday on the Dow. It closed at 25,766. We officially went into correction territory on the market, and that's where it's dropped 10% or more from the most recent high. And corrections are normal. We've had many of them throughout history, and they usually can happen every 1 or 2 years. We'll have a correction of at least 10%. Once we've dropped 20% or more from the most recent high, that's where you actually go into a bear market. We haven't seen one of those since it ended back in March of 2009, and we're not necessarily predicting that's going to happen now, but we have had a number of corrections since the bull market started in March of 2009.
All right, and what is it that investors can expect today?
The futures are down this morning, Victoria, and that's pretty normal when we've had a week like this, and with the uncertainty of the coronavirus, I expect that the market, it's least expected to open down, and usually in a day like today, it may be kind of a down day in the market.
All right, and to finish off, you mentioned history a little bit earlier, so give us some perspective when other viruses, when we went through an outbreak, what have you seen historically?
Right. That's a great question, because we can go back to 2003 and the SARS virus. During that 38-day trading period that was right around that, just kind of what we're going through right now, the stock market dropped about 12.8%. And then in 2016, early 2016, about 4 years ago, we had the Zika virus, and it was the same thing, about 12.9% drop. Right now we're at about a 10% drop. So we have seen this, and in both cases, as we know from where we are today, the market then recovered and hit new highs. But the big thing for investors and those watching today, those that have 401ks, don't panic. And for those that are in retirement accounts through work, you're buying more shares at a lower price actually when you see this. I know Susie Orman just talked about that the other day on TV as well.
Yeah. All right, and before we go, we have a little kit for you.
Oh,
yeah, if we can here. This here's for you to get through this.
Make sure
chaos,
that,
yes.
the chaos.
This is to stay healthy. This is for your tears, Chad.
All right, thanks.
We'll be right back after the break.
That was good.